different father and all that crap. Who knows? I would barely know the mother. There's not many characters left to have a twist for, so they're gonna do a twist. That'll be about it. There's other options, maybe, if they really wanted. Not many other chicks, unless we just haven't met them. Fucking music, dude. Fitting. Real fitting.
Zach, it appears to be closed. Let's come back during...
I'm really gonna come back during business hours, dude. Okay. Amazing, dude. All that craziness goes on. Melvin's nowhere to be found. Yeah, I'll come back during business hours. Patricia's awake. Maybe they could just not have the business hours matter at this point. Whatever. So be it. I'm definitely not interested in doing any more side shit, really. Story's picking up a bit. I'll just plow through the rest of the story. We've done a lot of side shit already, so... If I can, I'll do the one where you know... turn in, the hungry thing, and then I gotta turn that other thing to Melvin at some point, but... I'd love to get the extra speed, but I'm not worried about that too much. I don't think it's been 3 days on the concierge thing.
Hey there, boss, but if see... Hey there,
Even I can
Always respect your elders. Sorry, David. I mean, she said he was kind of a cutie. Maybe when she says respect your elders, she doesn't mean it in a bad way. Maybe she likes older dudes. Alright, let's get over to the police station. We had to fucking sleep. Has to be legally open. Business hours have to be happening for us to actually be able to continue a fucking FBI case. But of course, baby. That coffee did about fuck all, man. I was just kind of having it just to have something to drink, really. think the FPS has gotten worse as I've played today. Easily. I also wonder... I'm gonna save and close out if that patch ever... I feel like I don't have the patch they announced. Because I'm pretty sure the patch had something to do about like dead naming and shit. And I'm pretty sure there was no... And the way they fixed it was by just straight up muting audio. None of that seemed muted. So unless that's coming later... I imagine I don't have the patch. Maybe they just said that's what's coming, but they haven't released it yet. Huh. I don't really give a fuck. The performance issues would be what I'd give a shit about. I mean, yeah, it's funny, and the Premonition runs like shit, but I think we got the point. Getting like 10 FPS or less. This is like virtual highlight shit. So, yeah. As long as it's not in the cutscenes. Or that it doesn't affect gameplay too much. I mean, it's definitely harder to hit people when you're shooting, when the frames are all over, but it's not too bad.
Did you find Melvin?
Nope, I can't find either of them.
Either of them?
Yeah. When I went home, it wasn't just my daddy who was missing. Mama was gone too. This never happened before.
Zach, we need to stop Professor R's plan no matter what it takes.
I'll
Relax,
explain
Patty.
why Patricia
You don't need to worry
Clarkson
about a thing.
might have disappeared in the
I'm
future.
sure that
Maybe he
Melvin
went there to
just
help or
stumbled
something.
across an important
If
clue
this is
that's
Patricia
stolen his
Clark.
attention for now. And I'm sure he's protecting your mother while he's at it. Let's just leave the investigation to the local police and rest for today. I need to prepare a report for the HQ anyway. How about staying with me in my room until we find them?
But...
You don't need to worry. I can't make you any homemade food, but I've got a first-class chef and a first-class concierge at my disposal. Oh, and a very affable bellboy. It's a lot of fun at that hotel.
But... Okay, I guess. Thanks, Agent York.
You're a lady, so you take the bed. Zach and I will be fine on the couch.
Good guy, York, man. Trying to keep her spirits up. I mean, why would he just leave his kid, man? Suspicious. I mean, we joked around that Melvin would have some fucking evil or some fucking twist, but as long as they don't reuse the first game like too hard, man. I mean, it's all still fun though, it doesn't matter that much. The deliveries. Fun enough, it's not that big a deal. Just curious if the Fat Man works into this. I thought he was the big Red Seed mastermind guy. Or is he just another cog in the machine, dude? Maybe somebody's living on his, pushing on his legacy or something. In the present day. You know, maybe I'm just gonna upgrade. I'm gonna get the 10 speed just for fun. Even if I gotta do it some shitty way. Be a lot of loading screens, but... Like, I won't have the acceleration, but it's like, whatever, dude. I'm not getting these catfish whiskers or crawfish whiskers. Apparently one side quest gives you 10 of them, but I have to do pretty much all of the galleries. It's like, no thanks, man. One of the hot spots. Not doing all those, man. I did one of them. That was fun enough just to get the lay of the land, and that was it. I'm good.
Doth thou verily?
Barely. Black bass tail. Fucking ear itching like crazy again, man. Classic.
Thou hath dis
Oh yeah, that stamina boost is nice. I don't know how long I've had that, but I don't think I had it last time I was here, so not that long. Picking up speed, Captain. Ah! The FPS is like way worse for some reason now. I think I should restart the game. I mean, it just needs a fucking restart. Maybe it's like memory leaking, who knows? I mean, I've had it on for like 11, 12 hours today. I think the stream before this today was like 3 or 4 hours. I don't know.
Zach, the Clarkson family tree is nothing like we thought it was. We need to reorganize everything we've uncovered so far. She was so tired she fell right to sleep. Hey, Zach.
They made her wait in the police office all
We're in a
day.
very difficult spot right now. I feel like this case is heading in a direction that will be extremely unpleasant for her. I've never felt anything like this during any of our cases thus far.
Well, her dad's evil. Or dead. She didn't have many people to turn to.
First, let's go back to the beginning. Lise Clarkson's body was found hanging under a bridge over the bayou, in a deserted spot close to where the bayou meets the Mississippi. The one who fired the pistol at Heaven surely had no idea what he would find there. Speaking of which, Zach, Chuck, the man who started this race we're running, what's his occupation?
Crawfish farmer.
That's right. He's a crawfish farmer. And after chasing a poacher's boat that crossed over into his farmland, he went up the bayou and was fortunate enough to find Lisa's body. I doubt it was a very pleasant experience for him. But if not for his discovery, Lisa's body might have started rotting out there. He's a difficult person to be sure, but I don't think he's a bad guy. Chuck said something peculiar. He claimed the Clarksons were
We
a
got pictures
little
of the
better when
heads.
their son was still around. I don't know exactly what he meant, but we ended up meeting the person he was talking about under very unexpected circumstances. Leonard Clarkson. He ran away from home, found his true self, then changed names. So, Zach, do you remember her name? Helena Doman. The townspeople call her Lena. She was also known as Professor R while she plotted against the Clarksons. She's the mother of the new drug known as Sang Rouge. She must have also had a group of followers who worshipped her fanatically. I can see it now. Lena sprinkling down the red powder, corrupting every last pure and innocent girl in town. Lena mentioned her plan each time we met. She must have taken us for utter fools, Zach. She thought she was always one step ahead of us, and that we'd never see the full scope of her plan. Well, her plan isn't complete yet, and I know we can still stop it. That's why we need to learn all we can about her. Her alias was Professor R, and she was well learned in the areas of medicine and fire dynamics. By the way, Zach, do you remember what weapon Lena used to murder PJ?
I mean, he was already dead.
Correct. She used a miniature
But
bomb.
maybe she knocked him out and then used the bomb to
To
finish
tell
him
you the
off?
truth, she surprised me. That bomb was so well placed. It left hardly any damage on the building itself, yet still did amazing work on them. Lena should have used that brain of hers for something more productive than that saga of revenge. For example, reviving Lucare's economy from the industrial sector. Widen your perspective, and you'll see that Louisiana is an industrial treasure trove. With her intelligence and her charisma, I'm sure she would have found some amazing opportunities. Such a tragedy. Zach, there's one more important matter we need to think. Galena Clarkson, who was murdered in jail. Her body was dismembered, then rearranged into a V shape. Patty and Melvin claimed it was a severed roots killing. But that doesn't make sense to me. And PJ Clarkson disapproved of it when I met him in the other world.
I mean, in the beginning, I assumed that the only one who... I mean, it's like the reason that somebody could get into the prison here and actually move the body is because the Clarksons just kind of own the whole fucking town. And they already knew that the body was there, so like they probably just have a key to the prison cell. But see if they play the Melvin's the only one who could be in their card.
He saw Galena's parts lined up and was overcome by an inexplicable fear. Tell me, who killed Galena? Unfortunately, we don't have the answer to this one yet, and it's too big a problem to solve with mere speculation. The answer to this question may lead to a major turning point for this case, and the final turning point for this story. You know it's true, Zach. I only hope it doesn't push us down an avenue we didn't plan on exploring. Hey, Zach. Do you remember PJ's last words? This means there's still one more person out there who inherited PJ's blood.
Javier Johnson. Some Twin Peaks shit. We got the jazz. We got somebody at the bar doing music while shit's happening.
Oh, fucking poachers, now I gotcha. Caught you red-handed.
Nice fucking delay. Because this is an actual cutscene. The actual cutscenes, I guess, are super delayed. Nice. I thought we were gonna hear some weird shit earlier than we're supposed to. Well, I guess there's the character we haven't met yet. I assume this is the other daughter. Alright, I need to take a piss. Probably gonna get back to modern day here. Well, we could keep going. I'm not like dead tired or nothing. But stop it. Some people who might be interested in this might be not around. But I do want to keep rocking. I mean, I could spend this time setting up that banjo ROM hack. At least then I'd still be kind of getting stuff done. How long have I streamed today? Let's see. About 12 hours. I got too much to do. We're gonna keep going.
Just please, someone, stop that noise. Please.
Not like we're gonna finish it. Getting those Leon RE4 vibes.
Oh. Oh. Oh.
Let me try and summarize this. Helena Doman was the mastermind behind the entire incident. But Helena Doman was actually P.J. Clarkson's son, who had severed ties with the family. Helena was also known as Professor R, the mother brain behind the drug known as Sang Rouge.
That's right.
She was responsible for everything?
Not everything, but most of it. Almost everything went according to her plan.
But if you'd already figured out that much, why did you continue to stay in Le Carré?
Because we had to.
You had to. Whatever for.
The goddess was still there.
The goddess.
The goddess of fertility.
Lise Clarkson's body.
Not her. She was as beautiful as a goddess, but she wasn't the goddess. She was just a tragic victim.
Then who is the goddess of fertility?
The person at the root of this case.
Is it some kind of metaphor?
I mean, Melvin's wife was on a sick bed, and that chick in the boat looked kind of sick, but is that the whole
For example,
deal?
the vast wealth that the red powder yielded.
The goddess of fertility embodied abundance on the outside, but on the inside, she was a hollow void, and that void was threatening to swallow up all of Le Carré. Shut up! Shut up! Shut up! Shut up!
Like them baby noises.
Are you okay, Mr. Morgan? Morgan almost sounds like a prophet talking about the end of the world. Vague, elusive, and intent on deceiving those who listen. But every now and then he adds an interval of truth. Patricia Clarkson is one of those. She's something special. Something irreplaceable to him. The logs in the center look far more burnt compared to the rest. Almost looks like they were used in conjunction with some kind of accelerant. Did you recently burn something there?
It's our fireplace. We're free to use it as we please.
I see traces of resin, which leads me to believe you burned up some sort of toxic substance. It doesn't matter what kind of fireplace you have. Burning anything other than firewood in it is dangerous. Next time, don't burn it up at home. Dispose of it like you would any other non-burnable refuse, especially if it was something like a smartphone or a USB memory stick.
Non-burnable refuse like a smartphone? Let's be serious here, Belle. That's exactly the sort of data one needs to thoroughly immolate. Remember what you learned at Quantico.
Instead of kicking your floor, perhaps it'd be wiser to invest in a soundproofing mat.
Are you irritated, Belle? Yes, of course you are. You think we lack a common human trait, and that bugs you. We're crazy. Human refuse. That's how we look to you, isn't it?
I would never go that far, but you did surprise me. Just doesn't seem like the kind of attitude one should display when in the company of others.
Yes, we're sorry. We agree with you.
Like some PTSD, bitch.
It just made
What do you
us
expect of 'em?
remember
What do you expect of him?
a time when that noise kept ringing out, and we couldn't stop it. That flight from Newark Liberty to Seattle Tacoma. It was the first flight we took as FBI agents. The plane was shaking violently due to turbulence, and when we looked to the side, we saw a young mother cradling a baby with a frightened look on her face. We got worried, so we spoke to her. Then the baby started crying. It was so loud. We couldn't resist plugging up our ears, and since it was so loud, the rest of the passengers started glaring at us. At first, the mother and I waved our hands, trying to quiet down the baby, but our efforts were in vain. It never stopped crying. The more our anxiety levels rose, the louder its cries grew, shrill and piercing. As if they were heralding the apocalypse. We were powerless, and the baby's mother was helplessly bewildered. Once the plane landed safely in Tacoma, the baby finally stopped crying. We heaved a sigh of relief and looked at the mother. Then she said, "Whose child is this?" We were shocked, so we asked her what was going on. Apparently, sometime after she boarded the flight, that baby randomly appeared on her lap. Then it ordered her to call me over, and kept sitting there, as if nothing was wrong. Can you believe that? Bizarre, isn't it? While we were talking, the baby disappeared. The being responsible for all that loud, grating noise simply disappeared without a trace. Ever since then, whenever I hear a baby crying, I remember that bizarre experience. Well, what do you think, my fairy?
Now, who's the fairy, dude?
Some sort of sign? By the way, you're still searching for Patricia, yes?
You don't need to worry about that. We're investigating. In fact, we've almost reached our goal. We just need to find some conclusive evidence.
Oh, we sincerely hope that's the case. Hard to believe, though. After all, so far you've just been barking up the wrong tree.
Barking up the wrong tree.
That's right. You shouldn't be wasting time here. You should be out there, looking for her.
Then I'll just ask you straight away. Do you know where she is?
No, we don't. But we can feel her when we close our eyes and become one with the world. It's very faint, but we can see her. We can see Patricia.
Are you trying to distract me again?
Sorry, I'm tired because I've been saying a whole lot. But this cutscene's nonstop anyway, so I'm just kind of enjoying them.
Or do you really expect me to believe you're clairvoyant or something?
We have to believe.
What do you think we are, X-Men?
X-Men.
It's metaphysical offender profiling.
He actually asked me where Patricia is? Does he have full confidence that we'll never find her? Fine. I can deal with that. I'll just ask him everything I can about the Le Carré case.
Why is she so 100% that? He's got some criminal thing going on.
This square area enclosed by milk cartons.
Doesn't even consider it's not a possibility.
Is it another sanctuary? The more I look around, the more I feel like there's some sort of system to all this. The sanctuary on this table. The fireplace sanctuary. And the milk carton sanctuary. They all lead into the room back there. And there's one more by the window, and yet another by my feet. Are they signs? Or is this all some sort of path?
Hey, Belle. Is that a serious question?
Of course it is.
Wonder what is in
We're
his room. I'm
drying
sure that'll
them
be
out.
a twist.
We line the milk cartons up to dry them out, so we can turn them into Halloween decorations.
Halloween? It's only January.
This is America, land of the free. Got a problem with that?
That fucking excuse, man. I hate that excuse. Coming from him, it's alright then.
By the way, how did the FBI find Lisa's body after 14 whole years?
That's none of your business.
Are you saying they just happened to be investigating the Clarksons' cold storage warehouse by pure chance? That there was some undercover terrorism plot afoot there?
I said it's none of your business.
Well, then we'll just have to guess. It was an anonymous tip. A tip related to Saint Rouge. Did we hit the nail on the head, Belle? But that's not what we want to know about. After all, the FBI gets hundreds of tips every day. Right, my fairy? It was always that way, even back when we were on duty. Here's what we really want to know. Why, out of all those tips, did you select that one? Would you tell us that much? Belle, what urged you to make a beeline straight for this case?
That's none of your business.
Here it is.
If Professor R really was the mastermind behind everything, if she wanted to rebuild the Clarksons' legacy, then why did she feel the need to kill everyone? So you think Galena was murdered by Helena Doman, her own brother?
No, not her. Galena was someone else.
Then who killed her?
It's written in the report, isn't it?
Yes. But I'm asking you, would you mind answering me in your own words? You see, I find your entire story highly suspicious.
It's a complicated matter. Extremely complicated.
Don't let him draw you into his game. Stay calm, Aaliyah Davis.
She's reading so hard into this shit.
Am I winning here or... No. I need to stay positive. I have to solve this case no matter what it takes. I can't lose courage here. The future influences the present just as much as the past.
Thank God Simon's been in the shitter for a while.
You asked me why I spent an entire 2 days observing you before I came to speak with you. Well, here's why. Over those 49 hours, I observed the intervals between your actions, when you were neither doing something nor doing nothing. I intently studied your intervals between action to action, and action to inaction, to action. People reveal everything during the intervals between their actions. For example, when you eat alone versus eating with someone else. The most prominent differences always appear when someone either begins or finishes eating a meal. And since these are unconscious actions, they can't be consciously hidden. When you prepare to eat or finish eating, when you move in to clean up, when you pick up a book or close one, when you raise a cup of coffee to your lips. Human actions speak volumes. Not even the person doing the actions is conscious of them. That's what lies in those intervals. That's my modus operandi.
What did you find, man?
And here's the conclusion it helped me reach. There's one other person in this house, isn't there?
You're incredible, Bill. You outdid all our expectations. Impressive, to say the least. You're right, Bill, but only half right.
Half?
You should still be proud, though. Honestly, we never thought you'd make it this far. You've got real talent.
Most of what you say... If this goes to court, I won't let you claim that your testimony is inadmissible just because of your little indulgence there.
Fine by us. We can even put it in writing if you want. We won't run or hide. Will we, my fairy? Where's the paper? I know I had it around here somewhere. Where is it? We're fine.
Hey, everything okay? What's going on out here? Oh, don't tell me.
He's just suffering from nausea. I was more worried about you. You were in there for quite some time.
Suspicious.
Yeah, sorry. Ever since you got here, I've been all backed up.
Mr. Morgan, can you stand?
Oh. Is this a sign from the coffee? What could it be? What is it trying to tell me?
The dragon.
Is that a dragonfly?
Coffee sign.
Footsteps. Big footsteps. Footsteps. Big footsteps.
Some odd fella was following her around, stalking her like.
That poor girl, Lise, she was a druggie, and she was into the really bad stuff.
The Red Soul has the power to amplify the unique characteristics we all possess, mentally and physically.
I mean, the only big person is Avery. And if they're just saying it gets even bigger on drugs, then okay. York was just saying it wasn't him forever.
That's why I
That'd be
created the
kinda
holy
silly.
red powder.
Who else could be super big?
You okay? Hey.
We're fine. Just feeling a little tired. Would you take us to get our medicine?
Sure. It's in the bathroom, right? Whew. Seems like he's calmed down a little. We should let him rest for a while.
One more step and I could have cornered Morgan, but so be it. I can still keep investigating even if the owner of this chair isn't present. Simon Jones, what a piece of work. How can anyone have such bad timing?
What, that he just appeared here?
Why do you think he's trying
Would
to
she want to do
survive
some
so badly?
illegal investigating?
What does he hope to achieve?
What do you mean?
He who has a why to live can bear almost any how.
No more Nietzsche. Please, just stop. I feel like my ears are gonna start bleeding.
Hey, Agent Jones, wanna know why I love Nietzsche's quotes so much?
Sure.
I first discovered Nietzsche in a shelter after Katrina. At the time, I was shell-shocked, hopeless. I wanted to die. How could a 13-year-old girl go on living alone with her little brother? Then, in that shelter, I met a college professor. His school was damaged by the hurricane too and got closed down. He also lost his family and was living there in the shelter just like me. So we gradually started spending more time together. I'll never forget the 3 months I spent with him.
Nietzsche, man.
He loved Nietzsche. And out of all of Nietzsche's quotes, there was one from Thus Spoke Zarathustra that he repeated over and over again. Better know nothing than half know many things. Better be a fool on one's own account than a sage on other people's approbation. I thought it was a strange quote to hear from a college professor, you know? Why would he think it would be good to be a fool? But I understand what he meant now. He was trying to encourage my little brother and I, so that we'd be able to bear the weight of the victim label that was about to be slapped onto us, so that we could go on respecting ourselves without ever succumbing to all the patronizers. After that, my grandmother in Lafayette took us in, and that was the last time I ever saw the professor. But whenever I quote Nietzsche, my memories of him come flowing back into my mind, and they give me the power I need to keep pressing on. So I'm gonna keep quoting Nietzsche, just to make sure I don't forget my roots.
Oh,
Good enough reason.
see.
Simon's dumb shit
Nietzsche
here.
is to you what pizza is to me. Sorry for giving you a hard time about it. You are free to go on quoting him whenever you want, of course. I won't say another word.
Agent Jones, what the hell is wrong with you? How dare you compare Nietzsche with pizza?
Oh, come on.
Dude is insanely useless. Unprofessional.
What's wrong, Aaliyah? You
Incompetent.
hungry or something?
Excuse me? What are you insinuating?
Well, you're staring right at an empty pizza box.
Please don't compare yourself to me. Besides, I have a refined palate.
Hey, that was uncalled for. Pizza is a sacred food, remember? You don't need to feel embarrassed for being unable to stop staring at it. It enthralls all who gaze upon it. That's the power of pizza.
Stop, Agent Jones. I've had enough of this sacred pizza bit. I'm sick of you Chicagoans and your obsession with pizza. Pizza, 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 24 hours a day. That's all you ever talk about. What's next? You gonna launch into a tirade about how deep dish is the only proper way to make pizza?
No, Aaliyah. You just don't get it, do you? As a Chicagoan, I'm proud of the deep dish pizza. But get this. I love New York-style pizza, too. It doesn't matter what kind of pizza it is. As long as it's a pizza, it's beautiful.
Jeez.
What? Still don't get it? Okay, here. I'm gonna put it in terms that I'm sure even you could understand. All pizzas are created equal. Eat your heart out, Nietzsche.
Just forget I mentioned anything. Shouldn't you look after him?
I gave him his meds and let him rest.
Let him rest where?
In the bathtub. It happened to have a blanket and a pillow in it.
What? But why?
Does he not sleep
I
in
don't
his
know.
room?
Maybe he sleeps in the tub. I feel like I saw that once in some vampire movie.
I don't know what you're talking about. More importantly, how long has he been like that?
It's stage 4 cancer. He's had it for a while now.
Oh, he's got cancer.
No. I'm talking about his face. It looks as white as a sheet. You can even see all his veins. I've never heard of any cancer side effect like that.
Who knows? But now that you mention it, he started going really crazy around the beginning of December.
In what way?
He changed pizza places.
This better not be another joke.
It's not, really. It's not. Before December, he always used to order delivery from a Chicago-style joint all the way up near Medford. But one day, he took one look at one of their trademarked red boxes and totally lost it.
Red, huh?
The little red thing started in December.
You better believe it. He started screaming gibberish at the pizza boy and chased him away. Next thing I know, I see him toss the pizza box out his window.
Do you think that's when his fear of red began surfacing more prominently?
Beats me. I mean, there isn't a better Chicago-style pizza place that delivers around this area. How could someone give up on that just because they don't like the box? I don't get it.
It's an idiot.
Were you serious for even a fraction of that story?
Sadly, he was.
Let me get one thing straight. You started this investigation based on an anonymous tip, right? What kind of a tip was it? Phone or mail?
What does that matter at this point?
This may surprise you, but these kinds of details really eat me up inside.
Was he trying to figure out if it was York because he's surveying him?
I always get hung up on the most insignificant of details, especially during the most vital times. For example, you know how people go to bed early the night before they have a big job? That's exactly the time where I start focusing on meaningless nonsense.
Most people do.
When did I last clip my nails? How long is my milk good for? I just can't help myself. I can't resist the need to know. It's just the way I am.
It was sent in an envelope, postmarked December 28th, sent out from Louisiana.
What did it have inside?
A postcard with a dragonfly on it, a wrapped sample of Sang Rouge, and a note.
What did it say?
Investigate the Clarksons. FK.
FK.
That's it?
Yes, that's it.
Who's FK?
Anonymous tip, remember? It's obviously just a fake name.
Did you confirm that?
Of course I did. Louisiana has a population of 4.5 million. The FBI database has a list of 6,682 individuals whose initials are FK. 1 out of every 6 individuals is a child under the age of 14, born after 2005. The remaining 5,500 people include those whose initials changed after they married or incarcerated individuals. After subtracting those, I was left with 3,800. That's when I stopped searching for FK, and I decided to change up my approach. It isn't important where the tip came from. All that matters is solving the case.
I mean, maybe it matters.
I got this far by taking the most efficient route possible. Are you satisfied now?
Yeah. Thanks. I feel a lot better now. Yep, it all checks out.
The letter that was delivered to me bore the Clarkson symbol. A postcard decorated with a dragonfly. The mark of the Clarkson family. A single sheet of paper ordering me to investigate the Clarksons, and...
Le Sang Rouge.
Agent Jones. That chessboard is still bugging me. I don't know why, but it just does. You really think he was playing chess all by himself?
I don't know. I definitely think it's possible.
How?
Maybe he's remembering the strategies an old friend of his used to use. If it's someone he played for years, he's probably capable of recreating their playing style. And besides, Morgan's beaten a Grandmaster before. You know that, right?
I read about that in the Greenvale report.
Greenville.
Even a computer can play chess these days, right? I'm sure that a Grandmaster level player would have no trouble emulating someone else's strategy.
Whose chess strategy is he emulating then?
Holy fucking Yorks.
Aaliyah. Getting curious now, huh? Here, I'll find one of my favorites for you. How about this one? Who Framed Roger Rabbit, directed by Robert Zemeckis. It's a fantasy movie that mixes real actors with cartoons, using what we'd call CG these days, I guess.
Yeah, I know that one. It's the one where Michael Jordan plays basketball with all the cartoon characters, right?
Yeah, no movies very well. Fucking Space
What?
Jam.
No, that's Space Jam. It's not even the same director. And besides, that one has the Looney Tunes in it.
Whatever. Either way, I'm not watching it.
Fine by me. You know, you're really lacking in the cute department.
She just fucking threw out a Space Jam reference, man. I think that's pretty good.
Is that supposed to be an insult?
No, not at all. I'm just trying to help you turn a new leaf. I'm your invasive partner, remember?
Why do you care so much? I like myself just the way I am.
No, wrong answer. I think you could use a little more softness. You know what I mean?
So she should watch Who Framed Roger Rabbit?
That would definitely make it easier for people to help you out, you know. You're flawless, intelligent, and charming. All you're missing is some soft spots.
Soft spots.
Yeah, you know, like when people find out a super serious politician is actually a huge comic book nerd. Something like that. You've got to have something. Something you secretly like that people wouldn't expect.
Well, I don't. End of story.
Hey, uh-oh. The lady doth protest too much, methinks.
What does she like?
What do you mean? I just said I don't.
Which means you definitely do. Well, what is it? Come on, I gotta know.
I need the lore.
Ready
What the
to
hell?
spill the beans, Aaliyah?
I'm afraid of thunder. Happy now?
Katrina? All right, I'll stop.
Good. Now let's get back to the investigation.
No. Hold on.
When thunder does suck.
Now that I think about it, that doesn't really qualify as a soft spot. What I'm looking for is more, how should I say it? Adorable? You know, something that would make you blush. There's gotta be something. Please, I'm begging you.
I love
pathetic.
koalas. They're just so cute. I can't resist them. All I need to do is look at a picture of one and fuzzy wuzzies swim all over me. I mean, the way they look, the way they're shaped, the color of
Koalas
their
are
fur.
pretty
I mean,
based, man.
even down to how they only eat eucalyptus. I just love everything about them. Once I get some time off, I'm gonna travel to Australia and hug one for real. That's one of the top 5 goals on my lifetime to-do list right now.
That's pretty good.
This conversation never happened. Is that understood?
Good one, man.
Who collects vinyl in an age like this when you can stream just about anything?
Oh, my vinyls come back. What are you talking
True.
about?
Morgan's got refined taste.
You really think so? Now, even I thought they were cool back when the vinyl revival first started. But now, every suburban mall has its own vinyl shop right next to the novelty store. At this point, it's become a solid component of modern snobism, which only makes them that much more uncool.
Kind of true, man, but you know
People
what?
who know nothing about real music are buying them up just so they can decorate their walls with cute album art.
Damn.
How do you ever
Laying
have
into
time
'em.
to enjoy anything when you're always so busy putting people down?
She got some points.
Excuse me?
Maybe.
You're like IBS. You keep flaring up at the worst times and there's no end in sight. And when you're alone with Morgan, it's just an all-out war zone.
We're in the middle of a very important investigation right now. Don't you think we ought to take it seriously?
To me, it just looks like you're putting yourself under a lot of stress for no good reason. Why can't you, you know, show a little humanity once in a while?
She ain't human,
Does
dude.
one need humanity in order to track down criminals?
I mean, it helps.
Yes, one does. Or at least I do.
Well, I don't.
The robot?
Come on, Aaliyah. I'm your partner, aren't I? For a few days at the very least. I'm your invasive partner who has a passionate relationship with pizza, right? Why can't you just let me in on one thing you actually happen to enjoy? No, aside from Nietzsche, that is.
Koalas, man.
You know, I'd really rather not.
Why do you always have to be so withdrawn?
I can't help it if there's certain things I don't like.
No, come on. There's got to be some kind of music you enjoy. This is a good chance to teach me a bit about yourself.
I said no.
Do you like Justin Bieber?
Too cute. Not my type.
Drake?
I've only ever listened to the hooks.
Well then, Ariana Grande, Katy Perry.
Hell no. Am I done now?
Well then, what do you like?
Yeah, she's good, man. Top tier wifey, man.
I have to tell you.
Oh god, I'm afraid though.
Yes, you do.
Pink Floyd.
Oh, that's not so bad.
No way. You're a prog rocker? Who turned you onto it? Your dad?
As far as I can remember, I've loved prog rock ever since I was born. That's just how music works, right? I mean, The Wall is by far my favorite album. Even to this day, I find it hard to believe that they made that in the 70s.
Let's go, though, man. Put him in this game. Some mean bitch who likes Pink Floyd, man.
It still sounds completely fresh and unique, as if it was just released yesterday. And what?
No, I was just thinking, I wish Morgan could have been here for this.
Don't you dare tell him.
Tell him.
Hey, Aaliyah, sorry about before. I went a little overboard.
What are you talking about?
Okay. Chicagoans all love deep dish pizza. We can't live without the damn stuff. I admit it. That's why I always get so emotional whenever we talk about pizza. I'm sorry.
That's okay. It had already left my mind.
Well, good. Pizza should always be a peaceful dish, no matter what's going on.
Pizza.
By the way, do you eat hot dogs?
Why do you want to know?
Just tell me, do you eat them?
Every now and then, yes.
Okay, so what do you put on your hot dogs?
There we go. It's gonna be the no ketchup thing.
What is this? A personality test?
No, nothing of the sort. You see, the thing is, we Chicagoans are very tolerant when it comes to pizza preferences. But hot dogs? Well, that's a different story.
Meaning?
I just can't stand those people
Nah,
who
here
put
it is,
ketchup
man.
on their hot dogs.
Swear to God, the last 3 days I've seen this. Saw it on Wheel of Fortune for a few seconds when I took the break earlier. Trent was talking about this, and now it's in fucking Deadly Premonition too. This isn't even like a confirmation bias. I've just seen the fucking anti-ketchup hot dog thing on other shit too. Just fucking in mass lately. And we're talking about in Discord a few fucking like a week ago. Or not a week ago, a few days ago.
Huh?
I don't think it was for hot
Mustard
dogs
is
though.
the only condiment that people should be allowed to put on their hot dogs. Anything else is heresy. And yet, look at our world today. Do you know how many people are out there dripping
all I use
ketchup
is
all over
mustard,
their
though.
franks?
Well, this guy's such a fucking pile of shit. I feel like I'm wrong for liking mustard on dogs.
I mean,
man.
let's think about this. What is ketchup exactly? Ketchup is a condiment meant for French fries, right? It was never meant to be an accessory for hot dogs. It's out of the question. You got a hot dog, you use mustard. It's an unspoken rule. So, Aaliyah, lay it on me. Are you one of those degenerates who puts ketchup on their hot dogs?
I do. I put ketchup on my hot dogs. Of course I do.
No. Well, this partnership isn't gonna last long. You've definitely convinced me of that.
Oh yeah? Well, good. From the moment we started this investigation, I always assumed it would be a one-time only thing.
This guy's petty, man. Have whatever you want. Who cares?
So, why did you decide to take this case?
Because it's my
I just
job.
don't like ketchup. But I do like mustard.
Really? I don't buy it.
Although ketchup, mayonnaise, mix on burgers is good. I mean, I can eat ketchup. I'll put it on shit or dip. If I really got to. Sometimes I'm feeling it.
Why not?
Not my go-to.
You aren't just following
I
orders
hate it. It's
here.
not my go-to.
You've got way too much emotion invested in this.
Yeah, it seems
Some
pretty
kind
personal.
of special emotion. There's no use trying to hide it. Despite how I may look, data analysis is my forte. I know how to see through lies. I don't mean to be nosy, but would it kill you to confide in me a little? I didn't manage to live this long simply because I'm fiendishly handsome. And besides, we're going to be tiptoeing across a thin line of legality with the rest of this case, so I'd prefer to have some probable cause. That way, at least I can back you up when you need me to.
There exists in the world a single path along which no one can go except you. Whither does it lead? Do not ask, go along it.
You're pulling out Nietzsche at a time like this? Come on.
I have a little brother. After overdosing on a certain drug, he was thrown into rehab. He's been clean for 2 years now, but he still won't utter a single word. All day long, he's plagued by hallucinations. He can't tell if he's dead or alive, if this is reality or if it's all a dream.
Sang Rouge.
That's right. The doctor can't tell what's causing his condition, so they can't treat him. He just told me to prepare for the possibility that I may never get my brother back. This was his. I bought it for him after he graduated high school and found a job. He never got a single chance to wear it, though. Someday, I believe that he'll get better. And I'll get to see him put this on and head out to work.
So you think that if we nab the person behind all this, we may figure out how to conquer the addiction?
Right.
You really think it'll be that easy?
I don't know.
Either way, you can stop
But
it
I can't just sit
from
around
happening
and
to
do
more
nothing.
people.
He's the only family I have in the entire world.
What about your parents?
I do like Aaliyah Davis, man. Simon, he's got his moments, but he's woefully unprofessional or incompetent. I don't care about professionalism that much, but he just really doesn't know when to act a certain way at a certain time, man.
When I was only 13, Katrina took him.
Seems like incompetence almost, but we don't know his work. I think that much.
Leaving my 7-year-old brother and I behind.
I'm sorry.
It's fine. I've already dealt with my past. Now I'm just working as hard as I can to complete the duty I've been given.
Yeah.
Hey, Agent Jones, I just want to double-check one thing. You didn't find anything in the bathroom.
Nope. Nothing in there.
It must be the bedroom then. Just like I thought.
Are you serious about this?
Huh? Now you're having second thoughts?
Well, not exactly.
Then what?
I understand how you feel. But he's got an incurable disease. And he used to be one of us.
So? The truth he's given us so far could all be completely fabricated. He's a genius lone wolf agent who solved nothing but difficult cases during his years of active duty. That's what they told me at Quantico, at least, over and over again. I had to listen to them talk about how no one could ever replicate the kind of work he did.
I'm jealous, man.
But let's be real here. You saw his face, didn't you? It was inhuman. It looked like the face of a killer who's been possessed by death. Patricia Clarkson is here, in the next room, only a single wall away from us. After 14 years, he went back to Le Carré, kidnapped her, and imprisoned her here. He's trying to complete something big right now, something that's deeply connected to Sang Rouge.
The door. that dude's eye patch.
What is all this?
Her hair. Got the V. Surely he would know that they're gonna come in here and given the chance. Oh, I'm seeing a Greenvale ship.
Pictures of people from Lucari. And this wall is dedicated to Greenvale. All the deceased have been crossed out. Sheriff Melvin Woods.
Oh, Melvin's dead. Candy's dead. I didn't catch everybody there. I should have double checked. Can't turn the camera now either. You're locked into movement.
Lise Clarkson? Where's Patricia?
That's our altar. What are you doing?
Surprise. I imagine he's recreating some of the scenes. Curious how this will tie into Greenvale. Whether it'll be in a good, interesting way or not. Where the fuck was Simon either? Alright, yeah, where the fuck was Simon anyways? Surely he would have expected her to go in there. I mean, he's gonna fucking go chill for a while in the bathroom. He's been obsessed with wanting to get in there. He's not that stupid. He's not stupid at all, but... Got some veins on his face here.
York! Agent York! York! Agent York! York!
Did somebody feed him some of these drugs? Is that what's happened? It could have been in the booze.
Hey! Agent York! Agent York? Hey! Hey, Agent York.
You're Lise Clarkson.
What's wrong? You're acting weird.
Sorry, Patty, I'm fine now. More importantly, do these red seeds come from some kind of plant that
Maybe
grows
she
around this
never
area?
died. I mean, we know
I
she
don't
died.
know.
Who
What
knows?
do I look like, a botanist?
This isn't your average backwoods town. The Clarksons' ego and control has been piercing the town's heart like a massive dinosaur bone. But over this past century, time has been busy eroding the beast's power from within. And now, the very thing that once fortified this town is polluting it with putrid gas and rotten marrow. Zach, this is the point where it all collapses.
These are some familiar seeds, man. Music. Will I go in? Okay. Let's fuck with the crabs here, I guess.
There's a flat, evenly weighted stone here. I bet we could use this to score an amazing stone skipping record. Let's give it a try whenever we get some downtime. For now, we need to focus on this investigation, Zach. The growth is all missing from this particular section. It wasn't just cutaway. She used fire to burn it out. Everything was planned so meticulously, as if she wanted to show this altar to someone. That's why Chuck ended up discovering it. There's some decomposing cloth here. We saw the same type of cloth at the sugarcane plantation.
He's checking this again.
They must have used that cloth when they transported Lisa's body. But who cares about mundane evidence like that? This isn't a case that can be solved by gathering the kind of evidence we'd need to submit to a court. Zach, this is an ominous sign. Among all the different footprints here are a set made from engineer boots. Yes, I know. He probably only made them when he came to inspect the scene. I'm sure that Patty and I left our own set of prints here too. But how do you explain the set that's inside the yellow tape?
Melvin.
These red seeds keep sticking out to me. But we need to figure out what's going on with this altar before we focus on anything else.
He was following the red seeds for a long time before Greenvale. I don't remember when Greenvale takes place. So maybe this is just kind of the origin of them following the seed shit.
Isn't that right, Zach? These bridge beams have a very unique shape to them. One straight support in the center, reinforced by V-shaped columns coming up diagonally from the sides. Did this bridge always look like this? Oh well, I'm sure it has nothing to do with this case. Let's move on with the inspection, Zach. This altar is covered in burn marks, but there's hardly any residue left. There's no way for me to tell what was burned here. I could send it home for analysis, but is that really necessary? It'll just end up giving Abrahams more busy work. More importantly, someone who knew how to manipulate fire was behind all this. In other words, these roots prove that Lena was here. And that's enough for me. After Lise Clarkson was murdered, her body was put back together here, just like how Galena's body was dismembered, then rearranged within the holding cell. Lena Doman and PJ's bodies were also blown to pieces in the end. Perhaps that's the nature of the curse that's taken hold of the Clarksons. What do you think, Zach? Is there any significance to these similarities?
Definitely more interested in the mystery and everything now. I like the first half or whatever the fuck it is. 2/3 or whatever. It's fun enough in a wacky way, but at least this has some mystery and some thrills.
FBI!
Let's see if it keeps up, bro. I think mainly the tension stuff is in the present day. That shit's the best. Good build up and
solved the case, yeah?
reveals here and there.
Gone! Get your ass out of town!
Why do you think I solved the case?
Shoot! Exactly how stupid are you, FBI? This is Luke Carre, remember? Every feller in town already knows that Professor Orr's the one behind all this shit.
Hey, Chuck. Can you see the altar from there?
I'd see the whole damn thing, along with your stupid ass standing there, trying to act all smart and shit.
You told me that the poacher's boat you were chasing disappeared around this area, correct?
What's with the tongue clacking?
Yeah, that's what I said, all right. What, you forget already? If you're just gonna waste our tax dollars out here, least you could do is catch them goddamn poachers. Fucking FBI, go and make yourself useful for once in your damn life.
Chuck, we don't chase down fishing boats. Unless it's a terrorist boat that plans to overthrow our government, that is.
Huh. Then stop acting all leery, like I ain't being truthful or whatever. I'm busy too, you know. So long, FBI.
Chuck, you're not very useful or truthful. You're kind of stupid.
Zach, he just taught us what the true purpose of this altar is. It was built here so that the ritual could be watched from a boat in the bayou.
What do you mean? They could have just walked out here. There's no reason why they had to watch it from a boat.
They couldn't move because they're fat as fuck.
The goddess of fertility, Patty.
At least he's like figuring things out, but now it's back to having them delivered on a silver platter.
The goddess of fertility. A fine name indeed. So much blood has been shed. Yet you remain in this town. Surely you know why.
Of course I do, Hungan. My work here isn't finished yet. You know, I could really use one of your oracles right now.
You're more fun than I thought. Here's the oracle you ask for. Listen with your heart. Speak to the 17 comrades who saw the birth of New Orleans. Feel the holy Allah. The giant
Holy
lady's
Allah.
finger points down toward your goal, the entrance to the forbidden.
I can see one of these being a graveyard or a water
Poetic
tower or
and
something.
graceful as ever, Hungan. Hungan's oracles are leading us toward the core of this case. That's the one thing I'm sure of. But don't misunderstand, Zach. I'm not blindly following him. I only follow my intuition. Metaphysical offender profiling. That's all there is to it. The 17 comrades must refer to some area that has 17 of the same thing in it. We may need to use history to figure this one out. That's not it, Zach. The 17 comrades must have survived for a shockingly long time. Remember, they were here to see the birth of New Orleans. The 17 comrades must refer to some area that has 17 of the same thing in it. We may need to use history to figure this one out. After all, we need to find someone or something.
There's 17 rows of trees.
The French established the colony of
I figured 17 dead men in the fucking graveyard.
Just about 300 years ago, the only 17 comrades that would have been around back then are the 300-year-old oak trees along this road. A majestic road lined by oak trees. Come on, let's go ask these sages of Lucare for some help on our investigation. Zach, the Holy Allah is a shockingly simple metaphor, especially considering the quality of the oracles we've received thus far. It seems as if Hungan's poetic muse is finally running dry. The great thing about us Americans is that we can recreate our homeland anywhere. We're happy to transport crunchy bacon across the deserts of Africa if we need to. That's what it means to be American, and this Holy Allah is just another example of that. From the early days of the frontier era, they've been helping us Americans be what we've always meant to be. Hey, Zach, there's no Allah. Don't think so
Don't know
hard.
what an
The
Allah
Holy
is.
Allah refers to that one thing we see so. Hey, Zach, if the Holy
water
Allah
tower?
needs to be filled, things must be dire. Imagine what would happen if the Holy Allah were to run dry. The townspeople would instantly face multiple serious problems. That's it. I never doubted you, Zach.
I don't know what an Allah is.
The
It's hard
Holy
to figure
Allah
out.
refers to a water tower, specifically that water tower with its Clarkson family crest. It must be hiding some sort of clue. Let's fill the Allah and see what it yields.
Wasn't there more still?
Zach, What do you think the giant lady's finger is? I'm at a loss. I never thought one of Hungan's childish riddles would force me to think so hard. But, oh well. I'm sure that as we deal with the rest of the Oracle, it'll reveal itself to us.
Okay, I'm just waiting on that. So be it.
What? Is there something on my face?
Listen carefully, Patricia. As my skilled assistant, I trust you a great deal. So I want you to answer me honestly.
Answer what?
Do you have any idea where Melvin might have gone?
Patricia Parks.
No.
He didn't seem to be acting or talking differently than usual?
No.
Okay, I believe your words. Zach, we have a lot of work to do. It feels like we're finally approaching the climax here.
Maybe. Or they just both happen to be Patricia's. Jesus, that stat up really did give us a lot of extra numbers. Let's go take a peek. Well, we can't turn into Melvin because he's missing. That's a missable quest. What time of day is it? Still got one of Javier's left we could do. I've already done 6 out of 7, might as well finish that fight. Oh, okay. That was fucking weird. I was moving around, there's no vision. Until I came in and out of the pause menu.
This thing sure looks tall when you look at it up close. But why do they gotta build it up so high anyway?
The height gives them the necessary pressure to pump the water out. Also, building it in a spot where anyone could easily access it would only create more problems.
Problems?
In a certain Missouri town, they built the water tower low enough that a person could easily climb up to it. And that's exactly where a mass murderer decided to hide the bodies of all his victims. The water tower was so low to the ground that he could even climb up to it while carrying a dead body on his back.
Oh, ashes.
Incidentally,
Red seeds, how do you not notice these?
they ended up finding a total of 43 bodies in there. But the part that truly shocked Zach and I wasn't the number of bodies, Patty.
What?
It was the fact that over the 6 months from the first murder to when the case was solved, that whole time, the townspeople had been drinking the water.
Agent York, look! I think we can climb up from there. Let's go.
But Patty, I was just getting
Gross.
to the good part.
Always interrupt him on the good part, man. Was that not the good part? What's next, man? How did everybody die? Some kind of fucking disease contracted from fucking 48 people's blood, Mick?
So this is our town. Looking down on it from here, it's hard to imagine any bad stuff ever happened at all.
Listen carefully, Patricia. You just leave Melvin to me. I promise I'll take care of things. You're grown up. You're more of an adult than anyone else in this town, I guarantee it. But that doesn't mean you have to suffer through everything without ever saying a word about it. Just remember that, okay?
Good guy, York. Squirrel.
Zach, it looks like the holy Allah hasn't been sucking up water properly. No wonder the shower in our hotel room felt so weak. Patty, who manages this water tower?
This is Lucare. You should know the answer to that by now.
The Clarksons. Judging from their current situation, I don't think they'll be able to give us a timely response.
Yeah.
And who the hell actually fucking
Do you know
is?
where the water comes from?
Probably Isaac Lake?
That settles it. Let's fill the holy Allah and solve this problem ourselves.
I knew you were gonna say that, Agent York.
Even know fucking how? Oh, I know where that is. I've climbed it before. It's just on the other side of this here bit to the southeast.
We've been in this town for longer than we originally planned, haven't we? Oh no, I'm not complaining. I'm used to living out of a hotel, and I love southern food. There are some inconveniences, though. There's no movie theater in this town, nor is there a video rental store, and the TV in the hotel room doesn't get any of the on-demand movie channels. We'll just have to get lucky and encounter a movie being shown on TV. The movie environment in Lucare is no different from that of the 70s, Zach. No, they don't have a movie theater. So I suppose it's...
Whoops. Try to stop it, but the braking's bad. You have to actually upgrade your braking. But if I get off it, then it cuts it out too.
Isaac Lake?
That's the name of the former head of the Clarkson family. When he retired, they built this lake to commemorate his career. That's why it's called Isaac Lake.
They wanted people to remember the power of the Clarkson family every time they use their water, huh?
You sure don't miss a beat.
The water level's higher than I expected. They probably haven't been out here to check on it since Lise was murdered.
I bet that's where the water gets sucked up into the water tower.
Alligators.
Mr. Alligator. Never thought I'd have to use you to fight a real alligator. Just what does that skeletal gentleman have in mind for us, Zach?
We really have to defeat them. Can we just go to the pump? Oh. They're spawning special ones on us. Stay behind me. Fucking music. Alligator fight music. They just randomly or periodically just spawn. I gotta keep moving. I was gonna do the fight like they wanted for a bit, but the infinite spawns, man, no thanks. The only way to dodge those guys easily is just backpedal. Shit,
Open the
dude.
door, Patty.
Fucking rubber bullets, man. Going deep.
Now, Patty.
What the fuck? Would you want your water supply to be having a few bazillion alligators swimming in it? Shitting it up. Although, I mean, just it being even open to the elements would be bad unless it's got some kind of filtration system. We'll just not think about that. Here they boil their water before every single use. Red tree.
Okay, Zach. Let's head back to the Holy Allah. We need to confirm with our own eyes that we've completed the Skeletal Gentleman's Oracle.
Red tree. Although it's not one of those crazy red trees. It is a red tree, one of the few. Oof, this FPS, man. Sick air, baby. Pretty damn hard to control this, and it's gone this quick with this much FPS drop.
Zach, the Holy Allah is filling up. Looks like we'll be able to take a warm, invigorating shower tonight. Patty, are you okay?
No. Not really.
Worried about your parents?
Well, of course I am. My mom is sick, you know.
Tell us about
She got
that.
even worse starting about a year ago. She used to be so beautiful. But now she looks like a completely different person. She can't even get up out of her own bed no more.
I'm sorry to hear that. I already hurt you once in the past, and now it looks like I've gone and done it again.
No, I know Mama's illness ain't your fault, Agent York. It's more about Daddy. He
what?
Nothing. Just forget it.
Hey! Y'all get down from there right now! I said get down here, goddammit!
Danny, dude.
Hmm.
Fucking hair.
The heir to the Clarkson legacy has come for us, Zach. And he doesn't sound very composed.
What, is he gonna blame them? Or blame York? Maybe just wants answers.
You rotten little snakes! This is private property, goddammit!
I could arrest you for drunk driving, but I simply haven't got the time.
What? What did you say? Ever since you got here,
my whole family. And now they're all dead. You're Satan. You came here to destroy the Clarksons.
It's a correlation, my brother.
Satan.
Satan? Not quite, Daniel. I'm just an agent carrying out a mission in accordance with federal law. On the contrary, I came to put a stop to all these problems. You might even consider thanking me for it.
Federal
What the hell are you doing, Danny? What the hell are you doing?
accordance. You hear that? Bastard wants me to thank him. I lost everything. My treasure. At least my old baby girl. I don't know. I don't know what I'm gonna do now.
You reap what you sow.
God damn it.
Whether you like it or not, you're the new heir to the Clarkson legacy. You could rebuild their empire, or resign it to the ravages of time. Do whatever you like. But you'll no longer be able to borrow a certain someone's power and march around like you own this town. You need to accept that and prepare to survive. Okay, Zach. Our investigation just led us to fill up a holy Allah. What do you think we'll end up doing next? Perhaps we're embarking on a new saintly line of work here.
He's a piece of shit, but he got it pretty rough a bit, too.
But I suppose we have the skeletal gentleman to thank for that. Next, we need to speak with the 17
Lost his arm,
comrades.
too, for nothing.
We were blessed with this oracle, so we have a duty to follow it out to the end.
But come on, Satan. It's your fault. You're the one who came here and... God damn it.
That's the southern talking there, man. Blame it all on Satan. It's the easiest thing to do. So what did we get out of that filling up? Maybe it'll be in the shower. Like one of them fell down. You think we'd be checking out the
Zach, do you
stop?
sense that? These trees have watched over this land for the past 300 years.
Although if
Long
they're
before
all
the
in a
Clarksons built up
combo,
their town,
they're
these
17,
trees were
that
here.
means one doesn't have one.
If they could speak, I wonder what they'd have to say about this case. Has there always been a different number of trees on each side?
Yeah. I heard that by the time our town came along, there were only 17 left.
Red tree.
A general from the south might have cut one down during the Civil War.
Intriguing, Patty. Why did he cut one down?
I don't know.
So it was red.
Folks say he planted a red tree in its place. I don't know if that's true or not, though.
They moved it to the Clarkson land, possibly. It looks like it's a
Zach,
full
the shape
cut.
of these seeds. They look just like the ones we saw at Lisa's altar. Patty, it appears that legend about the red tree wasn't a total lie. The first tree is withered and gone, but the shells from its seeds remain. Perhaps that red tree left some descendants somewhere else.
Can think it too. Dog, man. That's the fat man's dog from the first game?
Zach, he seems to know something that we don't. Doesn't it seem like he's trying to guide us somewhere?
I don't remember.
What? What's going on?
Change of plans, Patty. Let's go on a little stroll with that Dalmatian.
I wonder what kind of dog the red tree salesman had. The dogs seem cool enough, though. But I mean, it's still that dude's dog. How cool could it truly be? He's not gonna take us all the way down to the bayou or nothing. Because there's a red tree down there we already saw. Jesus, buddy, we didn't need your help for this, man. Different plan, or are we just gonna get like a far away shot of it? Seen it about 100 times. They could have just like asked me to go to one of the red trees. There's 2 red trees we've seen in the game.
Is this the red tree that General planted?
No way! This is a maple tree.
A maple tree? Then it shouldn't be red at this time of year.
You're right. That's strange. A long time ago, my mama and daddy used to come here together a lot.
Oh, they
They
know
told
something
me they
then?
used to go on dates here.
That makes
Back
that
before I
super
was born.
suspicious.
Mama would make sandwiches, then they'd come here and eat them together. My mama was really pretty, you know. When I was a kid, I believed she was a real goddess.
I thought that Melvin wasn't your dad, so your other dad, or what?
Under the boughs of a legendary tree that stayed red all year long, a small miracle was born. One man managed to win the heart of the most beautiful girl in the world, and they call him Melvin Woods.
Good reenactment, man.
Looks like it's time to move on. What a fantastic guide we managed to find. He actually waited for us to finish talking before taking us on to the next spot.
What a good guy, man. Hope this one's not going all the way to the Clarksons, man. We're gonna be in for a long trip. Okay, that was special. Clarksons would be far away. They'll just be taking us back. There's another red tree I didn't see before. Taking us the roundabout here. Where'd the dog go? Look away for 1 second. Must be a different one. Northeast, I don't think takes us to the Clarksons. Wouldn't put it past them to actually have us mean and walk all the way up there. All on a fucking dog. You don't follow as easily with the skateboard because of the speed differences in the control, but at least I don't have to fucking keep toggling the sprint off and on to get my stamina under control. I think he's picking up speed. I just don't think they have an animation for him going up hills, so they just have him walk through the hills and pop up. He just doesn't interact with the hills. Oh damn, there's a red tree over here with red bark, green leaves. Never saw this one before. Where are we? Oh, right in the middle, huh? No reason to come over here.
Hey, Patty. How would you rate this creation?
Not bad, I reckon. They made good use of its natural form, while also pulling out the soul from within. The artificial color also looks You don't usually see this level of harmony. Something unnatural always ends up getting left behind.
Zach, did you catch all that? She sounded just like the curator of an art gallery in New York. I think we may have just uncovered a new side of her. But unfortunately, I can't see anything artistic about it. Honestly, it looks insane to me. That's all I get from it. And there's no way that this is a descendant of the tree that the general planted.
There we go. This motherfucker takes us to the Clarksons, man. Oh. It's a very special quest, man. Just following this dog around. These are the kinds of main quests. The lag, holy shit. Where did the dog go? Oh, there he is. The fucking lag is insane. Yeah, I feel like the game needs like a reset. Yeah, some of the main quests in this are just like purposely like boring, man. Like the fetch quest, and like this one we're just running around town. I couldn't find like a better way to like just like have him gone or something, just lead us to the fucking shit. Because this dog's here, it slows it down. 'Cause this is like fucked FPS, dude. This is almost getting like a nauseating type of low FPS. The dog to push me, man. We're going very far north. Somebody's backyard. I mean, all I have to do is go west from here. I'll be at the estate. Just have to go very far. There's one out here in the sticks too. Need to be more nimble. There she blows. There's one. That one looks more like a proper red tree. It's got the weird trunk, but the Clarkson one's the only one that really matters. What's that dog doing? Yeah, this one looks pretty intense too.
Zach, now this is interesting. It looks like a tree that you could find anywhere, yet it's also unlike any other, completely alien. And look how it's weaved its way into the landscape. Almost like cancer cells invading a human body. You might not even notice it unless you're focused on finding it. And this feeling. As I gaze upon this tree, I can feel evil emotions rising out from within me. Why on earth did that Southern general bring this tree into this town? I promise to protect you from all the evil in our world. Do not touch this tree. Got that, Patty?
Got it, Agent York.
Don't touch that tree. The cursed tree. But I'm gonna touch it.
Zach, it's no use. The skeletal gentleman is a strict one, that's for sure. We're going to have to figure out what the giant lady's finger is if we want to continue on with this oracle. Lady's finger. Lady's finger. I'm at a loss, Zach. The only thing that comes to mind is a certain lady in glasses who displayed her middle finger to a truck driver. The student driver who was driving the car that Leslie Nielsen jumped into in order to chase down a criminal. 1988, directed by David Zucker, The Naked Gun.
Leslie Nielsen.
That car chase was terrific.
Fucking Naked
It felt
Gun's
like we were
pretty
watching
special
one of
movie.
our own car chases from the real world. That director must have gotten some advice from actual police officers. Otherwise, there's no way he would have been able to film such a realistic chase.
I don't remember the movie that well. Sure, the chase was not
Hey,
realistic.
Agent York, can I say
It's the
something?
Naked Gun.
If you're looking for ladies' fingers, you know that's another name for okra, right?
Well, there's an okra sign on the middle bridge.
Another name for okra?
Yeah, okra's pretty common here in Louisiana, so most people know about its other name.
Huh. Okra. My talented assistant strikes again. You solved the oracle instead of me. Let's hurry over to the okra farm at once then, and find the biggest piece of okra while we're at it.
Hey, Agent York.
The key word is giant, so it must be rather large. I'll bet it looks positively grotesque, Zach. And just imagine the stickiness. Ooh, I think I'll refrain from taking a bite.
Hey, Agent York. Our
Yeah,
town doesn't
I
have
was gonna say,
an
I don't
okra
even think there
farm.
is an okra farm.
No? Okra farm?
Relax. Just follow me. I reckon I know where we're supposed
No,
to
it'd
go.
follow another person. It's probably the fucking bridge in the middle, dude. You're shitting me, man. I do this shit back to back. Like, hey, we've been following the dog this whole time. Let's follow her now, too. Didn't get enough yet. Can't you just, like, tell me? And then we'll just get there my way. You know? God.
Hey, Agent York. Stay close to me or I'm not.
If that was just random, or if that's because we fell too far behind. Oh, I probably know where it is, dude. Oof, this is a mind-numbing main story quest though, man. Holy shit. I don't remember the first game really even have anything like that. Maybe it did. I mean, I know you had to drive a lot, really far away, but at least there was like conversations. This is just raw, like, follow person.
Not that way, Agent. Stay focused.
What the fuck? I already know where we're going, bitch. At least most likely. really could have just told us ahead of time. And be like, okay, we'll go there. Then they need to waste a bunch of time in the day or something. God-forsaken reason.
This way! I know where the
I know where it is too. Quite possibly. The only ochre sign I ever remember seeing was on this damn bridge. We just happen to be getting pretty close. I mean, it could be something else, but more likely it's the bridge. Next time I find a save point, because I don't trust the autosaves, we'll restart the game, because holy shit. I don't know what's going on, but we're dying. FPS is way worse now than it was before.
This way! I know where the giant...
Why are we back here? I kind of do a U-turn.
This is the giant lady's finger, Okra Boy. He's kind of like the town mascot.
Okra Boy. You're right. No matter how you look at him, he really is a giant lady's finger. But, Patty, there's no okra farm in this town, is there?
That's right.
Then why did they choose okra for the town mascot?
Good question. He's been here for as long as I can remember. Daddy said he remembers Okra Boy being around when he was a kid, too.
The plot thickens.
Lore.
Zach, doesn't it look like he's pointing at something?
Of course.
Let's follow that white glove.
What if I just kept playing that, turn the game off and on? What would happen?
Patty, that's it.
Would we just get even worse? FPS, or would it just crash? At this point, I'd be afraid it's gonna melt my shit. Because we're in single-digit FPS for sure.
So this used to be the control device for the drawbridge. But it looks like its insides
Yeah,
have
the
been replaced
cutscenes are
with
hitting
something
pretty
else.
low.
Oh, yeah. I remember Daddy telling me about this. This drawbridge hasn't been used for decades, so the control room doesn't work, and the power's been disconnected.
Okay.
A password that requires 3 letters?
Looks that way.
What's this, then? There's an H on the top, bottom, and left sides of the leftmost panel.
Patty, trial and error won't get us anywhere. There are 26 letters in the alphabet, which makes for 17,576 different combinations if we use 3 of them. Let's try something more efficient.
I know that. I was just fiddling with it. So, what do you want to try, Agent York?
Just leave this to Zach and I. Zach, this password may look complicated at first glance, but you needn't worry. This is a chemical formula, a challenge from Professor R. The H that's tattooed all over the leftmost panel stands for hydrogen. In other words, the leftmost panel represents the molecule you get when 3 hydrogen atoms merge. All we need to do is figure out which chemicals go in the remaining panel. Try reviewing what we know. We spoke to the 17 comrades who saw the birth of New Orleans, filled the Holy Allah, then found the giant lady's finger pointing toward the entrance to the Forbidden. After we met the 17 comrades, we encountered that ominous red tree. There was sap dripping out from the red tree's trunk, wasn't there? That must have been a metaphor for wood vinegar. Then, in order to fill the Holy Allah, we went to the reservoir. The water tower represents a distillator, and the water represents coolant. Wood vinegar, distillator, and water, Zach. Figured it out yet? The chemical formula is CH3OH. Methanol. It's got to be COH, starting from the left in that order. Methanol is highly flammable and used as the base ingredient in formaldehyde. This has Professor R's name written all over it. That oracle really sent us on a roundabout mission this time. It almost feels like we're playing a video game here. Talk about stupid.
There's a lot of like meta jokes about video games in this one. I don't really like that. First one didn't really have that. The fetch quest joke and now this. It seems like every time they make a shitty quest, they gotta do a video game joke.
Forbidden, Zach.
You can't touch that! Smarty pants scientist said no.
Avery Smith.
Drawbridge don't work no more. The machine.
Oh, yeah, we gotta turn in that quest to him too.
You're right, Avery, but don't worry. I got permission to touch it.
Permission? Agent York, you got permission?
That's right. Permission from the President of the United States.
The President? Oh, he's a smarty pants. Okay. I didn't see nothing. Yup.
Thanks, Avery.
Won't tell no one neither.
Good guy, Avery.
Hey, Agent York, are you really going in there?
Yes,
Of course.
I have to. For the sake of the investigation.
I'm getting kinda scared.
That's a rare word to hear coming from your mouth, Patty. I don't see much in there aside from some overgrown weeds, do you?
No, that's not it. I'm not scared of the weeds. I'm scared of what you'll find, Agent York.
You don't need to worry, Patty.
Does she have some
You're
kind
my
of
precious
idea?
assistant, remember? I promise I'll protect you, no matter what happens.
I mean, that promise might have something to do with the present day. Where he said he'd protect her from the world's evils and shit.
Patty, the truth is, when I first saw Okra Boy, I remembered something horrific. The most evil monster I've ever seen, in fact.
A monster?
Oh yes, a demon incarnate who plunged New York City into
Some
mortal
kind of
fear.
food joke.
The Stay Puffed Marshmallow Man.
From fucking Ghostbusters.
Marshmallow?
Ghostbusters, 1984, directed by Ivan Reitman.
It fucking brings this up out of
Now
nowhere.
that's a film that was filled to the brim with bona fide horror. A true masterpiece that boasted an honest depiction of just how frightening a real ghost
Okay,
can be.
now this is one I can understand. That he's obviously just full of shit.
Even if you watched it now, I'm sure it would still chill you to the bone.
Ghostbusters is like the last farthest thing away from scary.
First night I watched it, I was too afraid to go to the bathroom alone. So I made Zach come with me.
I wish I knew all the other references to get the joke. How he's like perceives every film as the opposite of what it is.
The door.
Use this. I wish I'd found a save point. I'll just reset. FPS is gonna start hurting the cutscenes. This is some fucking rough shit.
I'll show you what's...
This is a horrible FPS, dude. Just disgusting FPS. It's really hard to act.
Did you notice anything strange before your daddy went missing? Did he seem...
I have to kill everybody, Mom. So many eating inputs and shit too.
So, what other movies have you seen on that sci-fi?
This is straight horrible. Jesus Christ, just seeing her eyeballs there are creepy. Oh, the accuracy, man. Can feel it here. What the hell is she doing, man? The voice thing. Yeah, we really need to restart the game. Unless this game just slowly has more and more issues. I think it's more that the game's just on too long and it starts fucking having leaks. Press that button like 6 times, dude. You think every time it loads another zone it would fix something, but guess not.
Zach, I think we found a laboratory.
This area's alright. Not the overworld anymore. Let's reset the game either way, though. Cause holy moly. Yeah, this must be before the patches come out or something. Maybe the patch just takes time to push. I thought somebody said something about 2 weeks. Maybe somebody did say something about 2 weeks. And I just won't be getting the patch because I'll be playing it before the 2-week point. I think it took 2 weeks for them to push it or some shit. I have to wait for Nintendo. I don't know. Either way, it'd be interesting to see this with fixed FPS or semi-fixed FPS. As long as I can get it just not completely fucked. Fine. Oof. And even this seems better. It was fine in here already.
Ugh.
A research log? No, it looks more like a journal. Look, Zach.
The lit
This
candle
belonged
there.
to Lena Doman.
That lit candle just for flavor.
A professor to the very end. This book is filled with all sorts of detailed notes. She studied abroad during school, most likely in order to get as far away from her father's prejudice as possible. Abroad, she studied chemistry and fire dynamics, then cultivated the groundwork for Sang Rouge. If what's written in this journal is to be believed, Sang Rouge is a naturally derived substance. That must mean it's something akin to ayahuasca, the hallucinogen found in the Amazon region. But Sang Rouge wasn't actually produced here. It appears that a special environment is necessary to summon the Red Demon.
And
Zach, look at this.
I mean, the body, those trees that came out of the trees grew in Greenville by like being planted in people's bodies.
That matches up with what PJ mentioned just before he died. And apparently, they had a daughter. The Clarksons' family tree is far more complicated than I could have imagined.
You can say that
Why
again.
was that muted? I missed
And
that.
here it says that the Clarksons' older daughter later fell in love with someone in town and got married. Then she must still be somewhere in this town. Hey, Patty, did you know about all this?
I don't know.
I don't know. The hell kind of half answer is that?
Zach, what could this mean? A salesman passing through town gave me an epiphany that changed my life.
There's
She
the
didn't
fat
create
man.
Sang Rouge until after she met this person. And
Then
from
the
that point
Premonition.
onward, she started fanatically worshipping someone. She also ceases to mention anything more about her older sister. And the word goddess of fertility starts appearing everywhere.
We know who that is. The guy.
The final entry, written just before she headed to the Clarksons' house. No one can stop my plan. Not even me. My only worry now is P. I only pray the Fool King can stop him. Zach, it looks like we've uncovered yet another new character. Who's the Fool King? This is starting to read like a badly written tragedy.
Melvin or
And
him?
P. It appears that Lena's worried about whether or not the Fool King will be able to stop our investigation and successfully murder this P character.
I think it'd be Patricia.
P. Philip? Or Professor? No. It can't be. Oh. Whew.
Got the drop on him again, man. Be that tall, you're either Avery or they're just replaying the angles. Why don't put your back to doors in spooky places? Foolish. Oh, without securely locking them up.
Oh. Hi there, Hundan. Long time no see.
Pineapple action.
This is definitely your simplest oracle by far. Patty. Now it all makes sense. Zach, we need to hurry back to the hotel and put all this in order.
If she's in danger, wouldn't we want to not just go to the hotel? I wonder when she says no, don't kill him, if either that's like an order thing or a just don't do it because she cares thing. I mean, it could be a bit bold, but. Well, I'm interested in the story, but I'm getting tired, but I don't know how much we got left. I imagine a few hours at least. What the hell? like some like no skateboards allowed zone so you don't jump the fence or something. Yeah, the FPS is much better now. I guess restart. You gotta restart the game occasionally to improve your FPS. Must be memory leak. Or who knows, maybe it starts filling up too much space and some kind of fucking RAM, VRAM, who knows, one doesn't clear it. I don't know. I don't know my way around that shit, but something's slowly fucking going out of whack. I mean, that was fucked. That was like sub 5 FPS, man. I mean, virtual highlight almost seemed like a fucking the sexiest game ever compared to that.
We found many new truths hidden in Lena Doman's journal, and some of them went far beyond our wildest dreams. First, we should clear up who PJ's first daughter is. She was a complete mystery until now, but after reading Lena's journal, I became convinced of something. She still lives somewhere in this town. Lena's journal stated that this woman married someone from the same town. Did you figure it out yet, Zach? Who is PJ Clarkson's first daughter? Yes, Melvin's beloved wife and the most beautiful woman in town, Candy. She's PJ Clarkson's first daughter, which means that just like Galena, Candy also carries his blood. Now we know why Melvin said that Galena was a beauty who could attract a lot of attention. Candy had no interest in the inheritance and was also sexually liberated. Candy is supposedly sick, but she's now become a key person in our case. She must be why Melvin's gone missing. Melvin's beloved wife, Candy,
And
committed a
Lena banged
transgression
Candy
in
and
her
had
past.
Patricia.
Zach, what was it? Then she gave birth to a child. A child that we know very well. We never heard any mention of her
For some reason, there's no
biological father
voice
anywhere in town.
acting when it specifically mentions the incest shit. When York mentions it, I don't get that.
Despite how much these country folk love to spread rumors.
I don't know if he just didn't want to voice act something like that, or they like hated it for some reason.
I knew there had to be some secret connected to her birth.
I mean, they still
never
talk
thought it'd be
about it.
something like this.
There's just like certain
It's
lines are
beyond
muted.
anything I ever could have imagined, Zach. Next up is the Fool King, Zach. All you need to do is pick out the person who acted most like a fool when we encountered them. Honestly, the answer is clear. And it's a painful one to accept, isn't it, Zach? Melvin. He's got to be the Fool King. The way he's acted from the moment he located Lisa's body up to now. The way Galena was murdered, silenced, without any resistance. His discord with the Clarksons. The words PJ left behind. And the engineer boot prints we saw at the discovery site. It feels like the missing puzzle pieces are all falling into place now. But why did he decide to take part in Lena's plan? According to Patricia, he seemed to be avoiding Lena. There's no way he actually could have believed that the goddess of fertility would come and save the town. Oh. So that's it, Melvin. As you nursed Candy, you too became corrupted by Sang Rouge. Drugs rob people of their judgment. They slowly but surely eat away at their users. That's most likely the reason it took Lena so long to enact her plan. I don't know what to say, Zach. This is absolutely unbearable. Lena fell in love with her older sister Candy, and the two of them had intercourse. But afterwards, Lena realized that there was a disparity between her body and her mind, and descended into suffering. Finally, Lena left home and decided to live on as Professor R. Meanwhile, Candy fell in love with Melvin, which led to her leaving home as well. I could only guess that Lena and Candy's relationship continued after they left home. Then, their strange love transformed into something else that bound them together in a powerful new way. Lena must have periodically delivered San Rouge to Candy as offerings to the goddess of fertility. It's hard to keep going with this, Zach. You know where it's all leading, don't you? If Lena's plan was to kill off every last Clarkson aside from her goddess, then her next target is PJ's last living descendant. She's in danger. We need to hurry. Zach, the climax is upon us.
The climax.
Whoever hit me in that control room sure wasn't holding back. The blow was so devastating that I passed out instantly. There aren't many people who could do that. Oh, they hit me right in my head, so my memories are fuzzy. Not my finest hour, to say the least.
Did my man shave?
Now, what should we do next? First, we're going to need to refresh ourselves a little. Sunbathing, Zach. Let's go bask in some liquid sunshine that's just as hot as the sun out there.
Only one drink. Coffee?
Hey there, Chef.
You still here, Mr. FBI? How long you plan on staying in town for? After what happened at the Clarksons, the case must be closed, yeah?
Not quite, Chef. Our work isn't complete just yet.
Oh, yeah? Well, what can I get you?
May I trouble you for a cup of coffee? As hot as this blistering midsummer sun. Passionate and ferociously fragrant.
Huh? Are you out of your mind, mister?
I'm dead serious.
I will have you know this is a high-class establishment. And I'm the presiding chef here. I'd never served such a low-class beverage. All folks can drink here is a melody of rich, robust leaves. Tea. And tea alone. If you fixing to drink that muddy water, you'll have to go on over to my little sister's restaurant. Or would you like to switch over to tea?
Thank you for your offer, but I'll have to decline,
your
Chef.
principles.
I said I want coffee, and I meant it. That hot, bitter, dark, maddeningly odoriferous muddy water.
Well, then you free to do as you like. But you ain't gonna be drinking it here. That's for sure.
Zach, I seem to have mistaken our chef here for a more open-minded person.
He's got a bias against coffee.
It'll cost us a bit of time, but let's head over to Alexis's.
Sad bastard. Nothing wrong with tea and coffee, man. Coffee just gives our man superpowers. We're gonna finally read the coffee, man. They're gonna fucking do it. The thing is, we're probably gonna have more combat sections and all that shit. Really, I should stop soon, but I want to keep going. See what the hell goes and happens, but I should stop. So that I'm not the only one watching tomorrow, so people can catch up on VODs if that's what they care about, and I can rest. But I'm kind of just interested what's gonna go on with the story. We'll at least drink the coffee, man. the wrong way here.
Zach, it appears to be... Let's come back during...
When are they open again? Take a bit of time, that's for sure. 5 p.m., motherfucker. Got some coffee right here, dude. Let's go get the last Javier thing real quick, too. Just be done with it. I might not do the next quest for him, but we could at least finish the damn one we started. Went through the trouble of doing it 6 days in a row, at least wrap it up. It's even 1 day longer though, fuck it.
Today.
That's the way to be, man. A mimosa. Yeah, I need to be getting off. I've been awake for a while. Story's getting to the climax, but I think I'll be dead tired before the end, so I should probably find a stopping point. Finish it up and prep a game for next time. Probably do Paper Mario, so not much prep. Yep, that'll be cool, I'll play it. I mean, I like me a Muso here and there. Why not?
Today the town.
$50, that's a lot of people. I imagine end of the year or early next year. Although they don't want to step on the toes of SMT, so I'd imagine late this year. Or maybe even mid next year, who knows, man.
Today the
Wild squirrels. Would you kindly? The Kino pill. Ooh. brother. Where the hell even would we do this at? Well, I don't plan on doing it. Let's go drink the coffee and then probably be done. I gotta see a coffee scene. Won't have much left tomorrow, I think. It feels like it's happening, but there could be some future stuff that goes for a few hours. So. I'll either start up Paper Mario or do that banjo game probably. I'm very interested in that. Alright, first the piss though. Then we'll do it. Yeah. Had to make sure that I wasn't gonna start a cutscene in it.
Oh, my Lord. You sure look pooped, honey.
Hello, Alexis. Yes, someone did quite the number on me.
Must have given you one heck of a shiner. Well, let me get you some coffee so you can relax, honey.
Go.
Yes, that's it, Alexis. Just what I was waiting for. Would it be possible to get an especially pungent cup, smoldering with all the heat of the southern sun?
Coming right up.
Super fucking just black as the night, hot as shit. Is this the moment we've been waiting for, man? There's no milk. Is it raining? Awesome. The hum gone in the coffee. I sleep. Oh, it's a weekday.
Zach, look.
Did he finish or something? Good, man. Good night. I'll be sleeping soon, too.
Hattie.
You gotta go the distance, man. That was on you. That was your recommendation.
No!
Oh my lord, what are you trying to do? Wake the dead? What's wrong, honey?
Good night, man.
Where is this boathouse located?
Oh my lord, what's going on with you? Your poor voice is positively trembling.
Just tell me. Where is this boathouse located?
There's lots of boathouses around these parts, honey. Your guess is as good as mine.
Well, then, can you at least tell me when this photo was taken?
Looks to me like it was taken during the Clarkson Campbell wedding party when PJ married his ex-wife Audrey.
There was a building this tall in town back then?
Oh, you know what? That must be the cold storage warehouse. That big billboard on the roof is the Clarksons, see? I bet you'd be able to get a great view of all the boathouses in the swamp from up there.
Thank you. That's all the info I need. Would you mind if I borrowed this?
Shoot, of course not, honey.
Thanks for your help. And keep the change.
Oh, my lord.
We're never gonna see them again, man. I'm gonna keep going, dude. But I need to stop. Walk outside and see what happens. I'm gonna eat and get right back on tomorrow. Probably. Eight to 17. Well, that simplifies this. Let's go to Pineapple, buy some smokes. I don't know why I'm fucking fast travel, let's do a few away. Then we'll go save up in the bed and then that'll be that. Just walk right up and save first. Well, I guess we could sleep, but I'll sleep. I don't forget tomorrow. I mean, I got fresh in my mind right now. Just go straight to 8. Close enough to 8. Throw him into his agent outfit. The Classico. Go eat and then save. We'll finish it up tomorrow. I think we'll be able to finish tomorrow. Unless they really fucking crank out some more crazy story shit. Feels like it's coming to a big climax.
And that's what you can't get, so make Thanks, mister. Next time.
It's funny, we do all that side stuff and barely get our shit upgraded. They definitely needed to make the materials either easier to find, less materials required to actually do half the things, maybe have some of it just be pure money, or just maybe just make it only money and just drop the materials stuff, because I don't think the materials was necessary in this. Money itself would have been plenty, which also is an easy incentive for side quests. Get paid. I mean, it's not as varied, right? Just getting like items, but if you're gonna make the shitty crafting system, just fuck it. Didn't even end up making that much shit. So anyways, yeah, tomorrow we'll wrap this up. I feel like we should be able to. I don't see why not. I mean, we've dealt with most of the characters in the game. There's not really any big mysteries left untouched. Other than just what the overarching final meta plan is, how it ties into DP1 more. Well, we saw the Fat Man. And then, you know, how this is going to start tying into modern day. And I think Patricia is probably where that's going to work. See though. I mean, DP1 didn't end really on that happy of a note. I mean, it was a somber, like, not like a super sad note, but I mean, everybody pretty much fucking died, so. It could be something similar. I'm not gonna make big predictions on how it'll end, but I definitely think we'll finish tomorrow either way. We've got, what, like almost 30 hours in this? I'm pretty sure that's... Now we've done a lot of cycling. I'm pretty sure we're about done. Imagine we got maybe like some slight stuff here, maybe another singularity that we got to do some shooting in. Which we should probably go ahead and grab some stuff. I can hope that it's got a, like, nice, you know, that it'll be a nice kind of either send off to the whole series or a nice way to combine the stories and tie everything together in a cool way, and maybe give some true extra finality to his story with York and Zach and stuff. We'll see. Yeah, I'm enjoying it. Story's definitely picked up. I don't think it's as good as the first one so far. It's not as tight or as exciting the entire way through, or visually as the cutscenes and stuff, animation and everything else, just as it's exciting. Not much any other way to put it. But it's a fun enough game, and I mean, if you like Deadly Premonition, I think it's definitely worth playing. We'll get more into it tomorrow. I've already talked about a lot of that in depth, and I really have some generally final thoughts on everything other than the story. Anyways, I'm gonna watch 2 seconds of something here and then probably just fall asleep. See you guys tomorrow. We're gonna finish this up. Either start up the Banjo-Kazooie XOT thing, or start up Origami King. Probably the latter. But I am kind of interested in doing the former. And I didn't do that before I'll let it fade in obscurity. So, anyways, bye-bye.